Mr. Khan, Mr. Jericho, would you mind signing my petition to first of all, remove Shane McMahon from WWE, second of all, change his name by deed poll to Colonel McSweaty Bollocks, and third of all, remove his status as best in the world.
So here we go. Signing on the dotted line. Chris Jericho. Mr. Khan.
I'm a lefty.
Oh, wow. It means you're more of a genius.
Pleasure doing business.
WTF! WTF!
Bonjour, je m'appelle Ross Twiddell from Cultaholic.com. You are a sexual wank pheasant. Hello and welcome to all the WTF moments from last night's SmackDown Live. Isn't this Cultaholic Heavyweight Championship delightful? And I tell you what, you can take the last 2.5 years of the brand split in WWE, the SmackDown half of it at least, and you can shove it straight up your arsehole, because that last night was the single best episode of SmackDown Live in many a moon. It was relentless, the pacing was fantastic, it felt new in the places it needed to feel new, and most importantly of all, there was only 2 bits of filler. First of all, Mandy Rose, what the hell are you doing with your life, pal? And second of all, Colonel McSweaty Bollocks. Who would have thought it, eh? He's a hypocrite. Let's get cracking with a knackered. But we kick things off with Chris Jericho, who, if you didn't know, has signed with All Elite Wrestling. We're going to take over the universe. Bye-bye, he said. I'm all in with All Elite, he added. WWE responded to this by moving Jericho's profile to the alumni section of WWE.com, but the petty bastards, they went one step further than that, didn't they? They removed Jericho's image from the indent, then now for everything at the start of the show. AEW aren't a threat to WWE, man. They're just different, and they're making a noise. Get a grip, will you, Vince?
I took the life out of my competition.
Oh, Daddy Vince. This is his house. Are you dizzy, blood? No, I'm still absolutely rocked to my core from Paige losing her job on SmackDown Live just because WWE booked big baldy bastard Baron Corbin in way too many segments on Raw for too many Raws in a row. So that sign's bollocks. Man with the sign, what are you doing? Paige will have said while she was watching at home. This will always be my house. She will have added at a later date. And look at that there, Daniel Bryan ridiculing that sign. He agrees with me. And next up we have Daniel Bryan claiming that we eat concession stand food because our lives are so empty and we're filling a void. No, pal, let me tell you, my mass, it's tactical. You have a session, you have a massive old greasy pizza at the end of the night, then the next day you've saved yourself 3/4 of the absolute devastation that's coming your way. See? Tactical. There are no Yes Movement t-shirts, Daniel Bryan says, which I can tell you right now is absolutely Pete Tong, because if you go to Amazon.com, they're on there. Good. Daniel Bryan steals gloves. Needless consumption, hypocrite. Daniel Bryan litters. No need some little vole or a mole or a chaffinch or something died because of that littering. Therefore, Daniel Bryan, hypocrite. And next up we have Daniel Bryan claiming that he's out there on SmackDown Live changing the world. Daniel Bryan. Changing the world. Somebody called Meltzer, he's going to All Elite. I love the new Daniel Bryan. That shtick, it just works, doesn't it? But another week has passed in WWE land, and once again, Daniel Bryan is still wearing that massive, succulent, meaty WWE Championship belt around his waist, despite claiming at TLC in December, if he defeated AJ Styles, he would get a brand new vegan alternative one. Daisy didn't die for this, you prick.
Yep, I wrong. Yep, I wrong.
So according to Byron Saxton, we've got to remember what's at stake here. In a normal, non-title singles match at the start of a random SmackDown. I mean, it's clear to see this match means so much to R-Truth, who was really angry at the fact that Daniel Bryan kicked the piss out of him on Christmas Day, that he's sticking to the rules. Why is he doing that? He should just be kicking that hipster square in the cock. Sticking to the rules when he should be going absolutely radio rental tells me, to R-Truth at least, this match doesn't mean that much, Byron. So while talking about 5-star wrestling legend Ronald Mysterious, Corey Graves claims that when Ronald Mysterious is doing the graps, you never see the same thing twice. Of course, it's always great, but when Ronald Mysterious is doing the graps inside the grappling ring, you definitely see the same thing more than once, Corey Graves. And I know you're probably thinking, but Ross, this is way too finicky a point to bring up on these WTF moments, but let me tell you, in the vein of Mrs. Chenandler Bong, could Corey be any more of a dramatized liar? Ow! Mustafa Ali, Drew McIntyre wants his move back. Less of that now, Mustafa, or we actually might see the real Scottish psychopath who reared his ugly heed in yesterday's WTF Moments video for Raw in real life. And nobody wants to see that, because she took the weeds from it. Made a grave mistake, Corey. Now this moment had me all hot and sweaty. What a sequence, what a transition, what a whatever you want to call it, from Ronald Mysterious and Andrade Cien Almas into a Canadian Destroyer of all things. Those two should just do the graps forevermore and everything will be okay. Anyway, Corey Graves called that Canadian Destroyer a pile driver, which I know is technically true, but it's like being in WWE and calling RKO a cutter. It's just not how things are supposed to be said. But I can let Corey off here because there's no doubt about it. He had to have been wondering where the hell he was seeing a Canadian Destroyer in a WWE ring, a pile driver, a banned move in a WWE ring. Animals, now.
The end is nigh, the end is nigh, time to run away, the end is nigh, nigh.
Now you know how yesterday on the video for all the WTF moments from this week's Raw, I said a man holding a pizza box up towards big baldy bastard Baron Corbin like he was presenting a card in a football game is something that should be enjoyed rather than something that should be understood? Well, that man there, holding an assistant to the regional manager sign on SmackDown Live for no reason at all, is in the same category. There's no doubt about it though. Upon seeing this sign, because of course he watches SmackDown Live, Dwight K. Schrute just spilled his beats. Oh, Jesus Christ, my piss is boiling and I can feel a stress lump forming on my delightful neck. Why is Colonel McSweaty Bollocks standing there saying, ooh, I'm not going to abuse my power, I'm not going to slip us into a WWE SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match, Miz? Why is he saying that? Somebody please tell me why the hell he's saying that, because as we all saw at the Greatest Royal Rumble, he had no problem then abusing his power and slipping himself into a match he had no bloody business belonging in, did he? Just so he could crown himself the best in the world? Oh, it still makes me pissing ill, it does. I mean, he's right here in this instance, but what's come before makes him an utter arsehole. So then, despite the fact she's supposed to be a fully fledged WWE superstar, despite the fact she's supposed to be a properly trained professional wrestler, WWE are still going with the fact that Lana was injured by taking a back bump in a wrestling ring with a man landing sort of near her. How can this be when she's supposed to be a properly trained professional wrestler who, no doubt about it, has taken thousands of bumps in a wrestling ring up to this point? It's a bit of a slap in the face, don't you think? Anyway, the WTF moment arrived when my Bane Spirit animal Rusev claimed that Lana was resting up at home when one look at her Instagram page showed that image there was posted 4 short days ago. What is she, Rusev? A crab? First of all, well done to WWE for finally making sense of a superstar going, hey, let's have a look at what happened last week before presenting a wonderfully edited Cannes Film Festival entry of a promo package. Before last night, we all asked why the hell are all our superstars experts on Adobe Premiere Pro? But secondly, they showed no less than 1,872 replays of Lana landing in a wrestling ring and Shinsuke Nakamura not landing on top of her. And in the process, they confirmed that a fully fledged WWE superstar, a trained professional wrestler, was killed by taking one back bump. I mean, think about the state of things now in terms of Lana being a wrestler. How the hell does she come back from this? Now, I've been thinking about this point for a little while now. Why the hell does Shinsuke Cocknocker want that United States Championship back? When he won the thing way back when, it was almost as if WWE scrapped the championship belt, handing out things when people win championship matches, and instead they turned it to Hogwarts and handed Shinsuke Cocknocker an invisibility cloak. He would go missing for bare time, he would come back for 1 week, cut a promo on a phone, and that'd be it. He'd be gone again. And I know you'll be saying at home, but Ross, in the land of the Thabe, championships equals more money. Well, does it when you're not getting booked at all? So Nakamura's reign, complete waste of time, and he wants to go back to that once again? Makes no sense.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Oh, Corey, on Raw, you were referencing Mr. Consensual Cock, and now on last night's SmackDown Live, you said the following. Every team that competes on SmackDown is world-class, dramatic ellipsis / pause, elite. I tell you what, Corey, next week you might as well name drop CM Punk and Chris Benoit, because you, my pal, are on one hell of a roll. You're, in that sense, child, means you are. You are handshake stinks. It makes no sense. Does it, child? And anyway, how on earth does a child of that age know about Randy Orton's penis-drenched handshakes anyway? Nice to see Miz out doing well. Oh, at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, boys and girls, Colonel McSweaty Bollocks and The Miz are going to challenge D-Bar for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, aren't they? They're going to ruin my year, and January, it won't even be done with. They're going to win, aren't they? They're going to win. But if I end it all now with this fine kendo stick, I won't have to watch it, will I? But hang on, surely because The Miz just asked for a championship match against the Bar and he didn't earn it, surely Colonel McSweaty Bollocks and that moral compass he's got to cancel the match because they didn't earn it, did they? We're all safe, aren't we? He'll have to set up a tournament involving all of the tag teams on SmackDown Live, won't he? So first of all, everyone can earn what they get. Second of all, he and The Miz can gel and they can scout their opponents and whatever bollocks he said on last night's episode. That's what he said, didn't he? With his own mouth. He said this to The Miz, didn't he? That's what he said, so he's definitely got to do it, hasn't he? He won't though, will he? I bet he takes the match that he didn't earn despite the fact he said that he had to earn every single match on SmackDown Live, and he takes the championships because he's the best in the world, isn't he? I'm having a breakdown. I'll be here next week with red bloody hair, won't I? And of course we got to this point in the show where he said, well, Miz, this isn't the way I wanted to do it, but let's do it at the Rumble, this slimy get. I cannot stand him, the hypocritical bastard. Carmella, last year's hottest thing. Becky Lynch, this year's hottest thing. Charlotte Flair, the hottest thing for the past 4 years. Two lies don't make a truth. Charlotte, what are you doing? Hello, Paige. So that's it for your WTF Moments from another fantastic yet infuriating episode of SmackDown Live. I've been Ross Riddell from Cultaholic.com. My next 2 weeks are going to be spent worrying that Colonel McSweaty Bollocks could be a champion in WWE in 2019. I swear to God, if he does, oh! Follow me on Twitter at Ross on Wrestling. Pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. But most importantly of all, subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow us everywhere where we have the things on the world of social media.